What's up, everybody? Welcome to the end step here at Mythic Championship 4. We now have our top 8. I'm Maria, that's Eduardo, that's Rich, and that's Riley. And wow, what an amazing weekend we've had already.
What a weekend.
And we're not done yet. We've still got all tomorrow to play. But first things first, we've got to name our card of the day. For that, I turn to you, Eduardo.
I went with Urza's Mine, and I'm very specific about this one.
Okay, the mine, sure. Why?
First, show of excellence for deciding to bring Eldrazi, Tron, and Tron, outperforming really on the Tron deck. Really the talk of the tournament for me, the deck that Toralf and Christian Hawk had brought to the table. But especially I wanted to call back to some of the matches we casted, Riley, because there were 2 instances where your fellow countrymen decided to surgical extraction Urza's Mine, and both were for different reasons. One to prevent Tron from being assembled, and the other one for value.
And the fact that his name is David Mines.
Of course, mines some mines, yeah.
So he undermines.
He undermines the mines.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
And may I congratulate you, by the way, on the 9th edition choice of artwork there, because I know that's pretty much the favourite Urza's Mine on planet Earth. So good call. Well done, whoever chose that.
All right, so Urza's Mine, our card of the day. Rich, what about our team of the day? Because we are coming down to the wire in our team series.
No, not giving you a team of the day.
Why not?
No, quite simple. Look, I can say Cardboard Live, they had the highest number of wins this weekend, which is a brilliant job. What I don't think it does is put them into the team series, probably. But then part of it's about Martin Muller, right? He comes back tomorrow, Mage, ex-MTG Mint card. They were in the top 8 coming in to the weekend. If he wins the whole thing, that's a slew of points for them. We'll have to see whether that's enough. Meanwhile, Team Channel Fireball, big trouble. I think they're probably gone. But Harry Yasord, who were in first, they're probably still in, but maybe they're in second because perhaps they've been overtaken by Ultimate Guard. That might make the efforts of Reed Duke and John Finkel, 11-4, 10-5 coming into the last round, crucial to their hopes. But for all that, because we are the official Wizards of the Coast broadcast, we can't rely on someone else on Twitter. We have to go away, sit down, and make it official. So we're really not going to know the team of today until tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll go, you know what, Martin Muller making it into the top 8 keeps it live for them. Or Gregor Kowalski getting to 12-4 guarantees that Harry Yasord make it to the team series finals. So all of that coming your way tomorrow.
All right, awesome stuff. The team series finals, of course, a big deal. A lot of people very anxious to see how that will pan out. Well, Riley, how about our match of the day? I just saw you over there in the feature match area.
I've had a huge weekend. I tell you what, my friends, there are those out there who would accuse me of nepotism and, you know, unfairly favouring my friends, and I'm here to tell you that that is absolutely 100% true, because the match of the day is between 2 of my favourite people on earth, David Minesy Mines playing off against Toralf Toffel. Okay, never mind. One of my favourite people on earth. And another bloke who I tell you what, I'm going to have a couple of stern words with. This was Jund versus Tron, a nightmare matchup for Minesy here. And Toffel shows us why. In game number 1, effortlessly, natural Tron off the top. He's the luckiest man on earth. A huge big walking ballista after a worm coil engine is enough for Minesy to pick up the cards. Now, Eduardo and I are in the booth. We're expecting to see a very much the same in game number 2. Not so, Mr. Secretary. Hold your horses here, because Minesy's got other plans. We're seeing land destruction in the form of Ghost Quarter, in the form of Assassin's Trophy, and when the dust settles, Toffel has 5 lands in play and a hand with a converted mana cost of about $500 million. He can't cast any of his spells. It's not good enough to forestall the attack from these creatures here, and that means that Minesy picks up a game 2 win, very surprisingly. After a mulligan to 1.5 cards by Severn, we see the 1-2 punch from Minesy here, Assassin's Trophy, and then immediately a surgical extraction on that mine there. And that means that Toffel, deservedly so, I would say, got absolutely done by David Mines on Jund. A true upset, and I tell you what, if you want to see some dramatic magic, Jund turning the tables on an old nemesis and beating Tron, I should say, 2-1. Minesy Mines, and of course, Toffel in the top 8. It's going to be a sensational Sunday, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Awesome. Thanks, Riley. Nepotism alive and well here at the news desk.
That's what we like.
All right. Well,
how much did you pay Tim for Player of the Day then?
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
No, look, completely independent. Thank you very much, Tim, by the way.
I
appreciate it, mate.
All by himself.
Absolutely.
Of course he did.
Well, let's find out who could possibly be our Player of the Day. And Tim certainly does not have a new $20 bill in his pocket. Tim, take it away.
Thank you, Maria. Yes, I am here with Terrell Severn, who is our Player of the Day. Very many deserving players that could have made it on this particular weekend because we've had a fantastic time with this modern format. But you know what? Terrell Severn, you've just put together a clinic with a deck that in some respects feels like it's kind of not really changed around a whole lot in recent weeks and months with the addition of War of the Spark, with the addition of Modern Horizons. But being able to put it together against a field where there was a big menace to deal with.
Well, if they cast 0 mana 8/8s, you need to find something new or something old that works. And if it works, it just works.
I heard you described it. Some people have referred to Eldrazi, to regular Tron, as being kind of like the old menace, and it's almost like it's the bad guy from the comic books that sometimes has to team up with the good guys to be able to fight against the big galactic menace. And this weekend, it seems like it's done exactly that for you, at least thus far.
Well, we're in a world where Tron is not the bad guy, so I'll take it, and it will probably end there again soon, and well, that's fine for me.
Now, of course, on top of the constructed performance we obviously had some limited rounds as well, and you wouldn't have been able to make it here without a fine performance with this Modern Horizons draft format. Can you talk us through just some of the highlights of what you were able to piece together for your 40-card decks?
Yeah, people were fighting about ninjas and snow decks, and well, if you're not in a spot, you can't really do it. So you have to find different strategies, and one of them was Ignis Elemental beatdown, kinda. So you just put lands to your graveyard and cast this, and then hopefully kill your opponents. And it was open both times. I just got 6 in total, like for both drafts, and that's all it took. People had worse decks because they tried getting decks that didn't work, and I was just there collecting the stuff nobody wanted. Like the love nobody deserved from the cards, right?
Well, it turns out that there's love for all of the cards in this format somewhere or other, and Terrell Severn able to piece it together, able to put together what he needed, and that means that we do have our Player of the Day here at Mythic Championship number 4. We will see plenty more of him in our top 8 taking place tomorrow here in Barcelona, Spain.
Been invaded. What can I say? Yes, well done, Riley, for maintaining at least some semblance of professionalism and staying at the news desk.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen, my friends, we are done. He's well and truly done, I can tell you.
Yeah.
But we're going to be back tomorrow with an astonishing top 8, in particular with some outstanding diversity. You're going to see 7 different decks in action tomorrow. And that is the beauty of Modern, let's face it. Urza's Thopter Sword, Hardened Scales, Eldrazi Tron, Tron itself, Mono Red Phoenix, Hogak, and 2 copies of Jund. So that's what we're going to see. It's been a terrific day. Tomorrow we will give away $50,000 to the winner, a seat at the World Championship. We'll resolve the team series for you. And there is your top 8. You see Zhang Ziyang of China, Martin Muller of Denmark. Around we go. Alvaro Fernandez Torres had a great weekend. You see David Mine standing next to Marshall. There's Sean Gifford giving the fist pump. Terrell Severn, of course. A little thank you so much from Manuel Lons. That's your lineup for the top 8. We'll see you tomorrow.